My name is Joseph Hopkins. I'm the owner and operator, along with my wife, Chelsea Hopkins, of the Greener Side. We've been doing dispensary work for 10 years now. My sister and I were living together, so it was me, it was my wife, myself, my sister, and her boyfriend. We were all living together at the time, and we were growing in our garage and and selling to the dispensaries in California. In 2010, Measure 74 was going to pass, which we thought, so we uprooted our family, came up to Ashland, and with $1,200 and not a gram in our pocket. So we were just babies back then. For people that just want to buy it, just want a dispensary to run, I highly don't recommend it. It's extremely hard to make any money, and unless you're in the business by yourself, it becomes a lot more difficult to make any money if you have investors or partners or or profit sharing or anything like that, because the margins for dispensaries are already hair thin. And with every sale, we pretty much go into further tax debt. Eugene's been really supportive. We did not expect that when we first moved out here. It's been extremely satisfying and surprising to see the amount of support that we have here. We've grown to have a really awesome clientele. We're on a per name basis with a whole lot of the customers that come in. Countless times I hear people say I don't go anywhere else, or they drive from different cities to come to us, and if you're driving from a different city to come to this dispensary, you pass 20 to 30 dispensaries to get here. That shows me that our mission statement and what we set out to do to be the best place that the people can go to get the best possible product and help. We're actually opening up a second store here in Eugene, so we definitely see the desire for the Greener Side to stick around and continue to be a part of the community here. May 23rd, 2013, we got raided. So I wasn't here. We had a plan for when we got raided, because at the time it wasn't an if, it was a when. So we unfortunately had to enact our plan, and so I immediately called my friend. We got our kids out of daycare. Within an hour they were outside of city limits. Child Protective Services would have taken my kids. They would have taken my car. They would have taken all the resources that I had in my car at the time, because I was also going down south to re-up on product, so that I had a decent amount of money. And so, because I wasn't here, I was able to get my kids out of Dodge. I was able to retain the resources that we had in the truck, so we were able to not have to deal with the court systems, to show that we're not bad people, so our kids can come home. They came in with a battering ram, but everything was unlocked. We're not, it's not, a big criminal scam around here. My wife she had unfortunately gotten the brunt end of the raid. She was running the store, so she was arrested. That was probably the biggest punch in the gut I've ever felt. I was just thinking the whole time, it should have been me. It should be me. I should be the one in handcuffs. I should be the one dealing with the cops. And then 3 weeks later, the governor signed dispensaries into law. After Chelsea got released and we got home, and we were able to take a couple seconds to really sit down and talk to each other. The question was well, okay, do we close up shop and turn tail, or do we take control of this narrative and make it our narrative and not just be another dispensary that got closed. That's when I think that was where we kind of decided we are part of this movement, and we're going to do everything that we can to make it the best that it can be. Chelsea and I are very blessed, in my opinion, to have the community and the circle that we have. Our mentors are a lot of the folks that did start the movements here in Oregon. There's two people that aren't even with us anymore, Jim Gregg and Jim Clark. They did more for the movement than most people will ever do. Those types of mentors and colleagues are a big reason on why Chelsea and I conduct business the way we do, because this is our career, and we make our living from it, but we also know that there's still such a big stigma that goes with cannabis, that anything that we can do to change that stigma and to normalize our industry, we're going to do. We have to really commit 100%, you know, and I think that's what Chelsea and I, you know, when the night we got raided, we committed 100% to try to normalize this industry as much as we can on our own steam. You know, it's obviously, it's going to take the entire world to come together to normalize it fully.